Hello, and welcome to another episode. I'm Zelmont, and this one is just going to be kind of a shorter, more impromptu one where I'm more or less going to rant a bit. But yeah, big news with the server cluster. Apparently, they're having issues with funding and not enough players playing on the UnityBoost now that they have UnityGrind going, and so it seems UnityBoost is being wiped and brought down to just 3 maps. Luckily for me, I main on one of those maps, Fjordur. So Fjordur is staying. It's going to be considered a legacy map. So basically, for me, I kind of like I'm okay. It's not really overly going to affect me. Um, I For me, it's more about just watching how things kind of unfolded and what it means for the long term for other players, right? And even for me, like I'm not going to be able to do a lot of the other maps necessarily as a boost. I'll be able to do them as a grind to be able to still get in there and see the maps, but they won't be boost settings anymore. Um, and this you know, I kind of understand. I understand where the owner's coming from. Like, hey, if the money ain't there, then the money ain't there. You know, it's especially when you're running Unity Grind, and that's where your core players have all migrated, and they're your ones who actually have the hours to spend. That's why they wanted a Unity Grind. You know, it's too easy for them on Unity Boost. But the problem is what and that's kind of where I want my rant is the owner kind of did a question, and like I love the owner. I don't want this to come out the wrong way. But I'm not saying anything negative about the owner. Love the guy. Jono's awesome, but he posed a question when he made his announcement about impending wipe, and basically, he doesn't know what happened to the community. And so that's what this video is kind of going to be about. And I'm going to basically rant a bit because I can tell you exactly what happened to the community. See, because when they opened Unity Grind, like I say, that's where all of your more dedicated players went. They're the ones who actually have the hours upon hours to put into the game. So they wanted, like I say, they wanted an in between Unity Boost settings and official. They wanted it a little more grindy. There isn't the easy kibble. There isn't, they wanted a little more grindy, which is I totally get it, understandable. Um, the real issue where that really put the nail in the coffin as far as Unity Boost was concerned, was the fact, well, in all actuality, is those a major well, I don't want to say a majority, but a select few in the community in the Unity Grind. Most Unity Grind players, once they went to Unity Grind, typically didn't really talk about Unity Boost. They would help out Unity Boost players still, and like if you're on the Discord or the Facebook pages, they would still hop over onto Unity Boost and do transfers here and there and help out and offer advice, and you know what I mean. So like I don't. But as far as actually promoting the server itself and a full-on friendly environment, they became the toxic ones. Why? Because they were constantly saying, "Oh, you should all come to Unity Grind because you don't have the toxicity, don't have the toxicity, don't have." If they talked about Unity Boost at all, it was to say Unity Boost was toxic, over and over. And oh, you're a new time player coming back. Oh, you should come to Unity Grind so you don't have to deal with the toxicity. And yet we're going to sit here and wonder what happened to the Unity Boost community. Well, the people who made up the core, who were helped the admins in ferreting out the actual trolls and keeping people within the rules, and you know what I mean, like. And you're just in general, your more active players, they all went over to Unity Grind. So yeah, like you don't have people on Unity Boost. Of course you don't. And like How did it happen? Well, when the majority of your people who did the upkeep for the community over here transferred over to the other one, and then not only did they do that, but some of them also badmouthed the UnityBoost community after doing so. No, and it's one of those. I get it when they were saying that it was they didn't. It's one of those slip of the tongue things, in my opinion. I don't think it was meant to be a total bash on UnityBoost, but like I say, you look over the last 6 months. When was the last time a UnityGrind player actually talked about the UnityBoost cluster and said something positive about it? Your UnityGrind players entirely stopped promoting UnityBoost, started promoting UnityGrind exclusively, and any time they did talk about UnityBoost, they said it was toxic. And now we're going to sit here and go, oh, what happened to the community? I'm sorry, but that one's an obvious. It's obvious what happened to the community. When you say that those that are left over here are toxic, and constantly tell the people who are returning and whatnot to come over there, what do you think is going to happen? Of course it's going to happen. And I mean, it's everybody's prerogatives, My issue is that I've promoted UnityBoost server cluster myself as it's been going 4 years strong, and because even when the boss man hinted a couple of times that things weren't going, so he still made something of a claim of there was still a nest egg, you don't need to worry, it's still been paid up ahead by a long shot, you don't need to worry. So I still continue to promote the server cluster, only oops, it's being wiped now. You're going to have to go to UnityGrind. And like I say, for me, I'm still going to have Fjorder here, so for me personally, it's not really going to affect me. I'm still going to do what I'm doing. But I don't know, if I was a player who had a little bit more time, I would probably be done with UnityBoost. And it's one of those, it would be no hard feelings against the owner. I do have some hard feelings, if I'm honest, with the UnityGrind players who said it was toxic. And it's just, and even there, it's not against like specific players, it's just that I don't like the way that it came across, right? Like, you didn't have to say that it was toxic over and over to promote UnityGrind. You didn't have to do that, and yet you did. And now, why is UnityBoost dying? When your dedicated players all leave to go to UnityGrind, and UnityGrind is its own thing, so it's not like you can transfer back and forth in between those two. They're literally independent. So the people are, for the most part, once they realize that all of the people that they've played with for a long time are all on UnityGrind, well, that's where they end up spending all their time. And even if they had intended on staying in UnityBoost and refreshing bases, they come to the realization that all they're doing on UnityBoost is refreshing bases. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to leave it. Like, I get it. It just sucks for people like me, who I like UnityBoost. I like I'm a working man. I don't have hours upon hours. I want to be able to have the easy kibble, And the UnityBoost was perfect. It was home. I loved it. But with UnityGrind, UnityGrind stole all of the dedicated players that made the community. And then also, like I say, a sub-select of them, whether it was meaningful or not, were bashing UnityBoost on a regular basis. On the UnityBoost and Facebook and Discord. Like, within those. Why? Because, like you say, what would happen? Well, an old player comes back. Well, one of the other old players that's over on UnityGrind now will pipe in, you should come over to UnityGrind. You don't have to deal with toxicity that's over on UnityBoost. Like, of course. That's where it happened. And like I say, I don't think a lot of it was intended with malice. I don't think they were just, like I say, trying to get their buddy to come that they've played with for a long time who quit playing for a bit, who's coming back. I just want them to come play with it, and I get it, but in the way that all happened, and it's one of those. It's what's done is done. Y'all killed UnityBoost, and it is what it is. I'm glad that there's still going to be legacy maps. I'm glad that there's still going to be a place for some of us players who come to UnityBoost specifically for these settings. I really hope that you dedicated players are still willing to, pony up a bit of cash for these, because that's another thing of where I'm accepting of. It is what it is. Like, I don't agree with it, and so, like, I'm sharing my opinion in that I don't agree with it, but take it with a grain of salt, because I am a free player. Where I was going in here, and also part of why I am upset about it, to a certain extent, is that because I was a free player, what I did is I promoted the server heavily. I started doing my videos exclusively on UnityBoost. I gave up my official. Like, literally, I gave up my official. I had a castle on Gen 2 official. I gave up because I thought UnityBoost was home. I thought it was a forever home. I thought I didn't have to worry, and it's not anymore. So, it sucks in that way, and yeah, but it is what it is. I'm a free player, so all I could do was what I was doing, and because of that, like, I get it. Like, if I'm not prepared to pony up the cash myself, then who am I to say if any of the servers get shut down, right? But I'm still free to share my opinion, I do believe, and I think that a lot of people will understand. And it's one of those, like I say, what's done is done, but the main point of this and why I actually do want to share my opinion on it and say, hey, you UnityGrind players that talk trash about UnityBoost, essentially F you, is for the purpose of teaching a lesson. Like, how did this happen? Well, it's important that, for people who see this server cluster like Jono for what it was, see how it's important that he actually does understand how it happened. And like I say, it's dead and it's done. There's no bringing it back without serious effort, and it would require a significant portion of the UnityGrind players actually dedicating time back to UnityBoost to also get it going. And I get it. It's just not happening. That's fine. It sucks for people like me, but it is what it is. That said, we'll see how things go. I might end up having to go back to official, which sucks to have to go back to official from scratch. Damn. I really should have kept my castle, apparently. Like, I really should have. Like, that's... I don't know what else to say. Like... Because, like I say, like... They're saying, right, but they were also saying for a while, and like I say, I'm not one of the people who's actually has spare money or to throw at it. My finances are starting to get more balanced. How would you say? But like, I still don't have money to spare. I'm not getting new games. I'm not like, I don't have money. So like, if the money ain't here to keep this, hey, I get it. The money ain't there to keep the server, and I'm not one to say that people have to pony up money for it. It just sucks. It just sucks. And it sucks that I was told that the money was there, that there was a nest, only, oops, it's not. But hey, I don't know how much it is. I mean, given that that UnityBoost has every map, I could see it getting pricey just month after month. But yeah, I don't know what kind of an expense it is, and I don't know what kind of money's coming in. I wish it didn't go down the way it did. Like I say, I think UnityBoost could have survived if things hadn't gone quite the way it did. If some of the UnityGrind players hadn't been so gung ho on trashing UnityBoost, on calling it toxic any chance they got, Well, like I say, that's the way it seemed at times. There's especially there's a couple. Well, no, I don't want to call out anyone in particular. I really don't. The point is what in of itself happened, and that's what happened. Your dedicated players went to UnityGrind, and then a sub-select of them bashed. That's what happened. It's awful that it happened. It really killed it. It's done. There's not, because like now you got to build it all up, and that takes time. That takes dedicated players. But all your dedicated players are on grind, and any of your dedicated players that do come back are told by the dedicated players on grind to go play on grind. So they go play on grind. So you're never going to get the player base now on boost to get boost going again. It's just not gonna happen. The best you're gonna get is a bunch of free players like me who, well, I'm a free player, and why am I free? Because I don't have the time. I don't have the money. But that's my feelings on it. Like, it is what it is. I get it. Hey, if the boss man says that there's not the money for it, it's by donation, and if donations ain't going in, donations ain't going in. I really wish there had at least been given an opportunity to save UnityBoost. I at least wish that there had been an actual announcement of, look, hey, money's short, we need more money for this to continue going. But while there's a couple, looking back on it, hindsight is being what it is, there's a couple warning signs, but they all came with the disclaimer, oh, don't worry though, there's a nest egg behind this. Like you don't have to worry. Only apparently we did, didn't we? I mean, truly, like if I had at least had a warning that they really needed this money, even though I'm a free player, I would have been promoting the heck out of UnityBoost itself, and really trying to recruit people to it and get people paying into the special draws and whatnot, right? Like, I would have done that. But I didn't realize that it was live or die time, I thought that UnityBoost was a very stable server cluster. There was a server cluster that had all the maps, was always going to have all the maps, and had a dedicated admin team, and I thought it was all good. I thought that recently the UnityBoost numbers had been dropping. Like a lot of people have been having life happening. Plus, like I say, a lot of your dedicated players, they're all on UnityGrind. So you haven't seen the numbers of play. But like I say, on a financial scale, for as far as donations go, I thought that they were still getting donations in. Apparently they weren't. And that's why I say, I wish that there had been kind of an opportunity to. But it is what it is, and like I say, to bring UnityBoost back now apparently would take a lot of effort. And while I myself am willing to put effort in, I can't put money in. And even as far as effort goes, I'm a working stiff and a family man, first and foremost. So I work 7 days a week right now, literally. Between two jobs, I am literally working 7 days a week. So I don't have a lot of time to what I could do, I do, but it is what it is. I can't do it. That's why UnityBoost was such a great option for me. Unfortunately, it seems like maybe I should have kept my official base. I didn't. And at least luckily, Fjordur is their legacy map. Is going to be one of their legacy maps. I hope it stays. I really, really hope at least it doesn't get dropped. Because if it doesn't get, like I say, then for the most part, I'm not affected, and I can still be here, and everything was cool. But otherwise, I'm looking at having to start again from scratch on an official. And anyone who's had to do that can understand how the slap in the face that it feels like. I get that's not what you intended, and I don't, I want to do this video. I want the community to see this video. But Jono, I don't want you to feel bad, dude. I don't think this was on you at all. Like legit, I don't think you are to blame at all. And like that's the part that because Jono is a person, and he'll understand what I'm and the slap in the face that I'm saying. He's gonna understand what I mean when it's just when I say that it feels like a slap in the face, because that's what it does feel like, and he's gonna understand that. And problem is that he's the type that he's gonna take that personally. He's gonna really take that to heart, and I don't want him to. I want the UnityGrind community to take that to heart, but I don't want Jono to. Jono, you've done everything. You've been amazing from beginning to end, and I just truly hope that at least enough money keeps rolling in on the UnityBoost side to keep these legacy maps going. I truly do. And who knows, maybe a slow creep back can happen, but, if there's going to be a creep back, I got to be honest. The UnityGrind players that keep calling UnityBoost toxic need to stop calling it toxic. Stop it. Were there some trolls? Yeah. When Fjordur come out, there were some trolls. Absolutely. Because, that's what happens when every map comes out. I thought you guys are the long-term players who've been here forever. Weren't you guys the people who've been here forever with me? Hell, most of you long-term players have even been here longer than me by a year or two. Like, what's it like every time there's a new map? Oh yeah, trolls. So like, it's and when you were talking about toxicity, that is what you're talking about. So like, you can't do that. It's bad. If UnityBoost is to continue, UnityGrind players can't be bashing UnityBoost. You can't. And when when old time UnityBoost players decide they want to come back, if they want to go back to Boost, you need to be willing to let them. Understand, like, by all means, say how most of the players are actually over on UnityGrind. By all means. Like I say, there actually is a possibility of UnityBoost grassroots like coming back, because like I say, there is a purpose in UnityBoost for people who don't have the time to play as some of you do, but the only way you're going to get that going is if the community itself can stop bad mouthing the community. Like, there's no way around that. So yeah, Jono, don't take it. I don't want you to take this to heart. UnityGrind, please take it to heart. Stop. The ones who do say that UnityBoost is toxic, don't stop saying it's toxic all the time. Like, and it's okay if some dedicated players stay on UnityBoost side. Like, oh, I wonder why it's dead. Well, because anytime a dedicated player comes back, you guys steal them over to Grind. That's why. Like, would you leave some for Boost? But I mean, like I say, it is what it is. Me, it's... I would be lying if I were to say I wasn't worried. This whole thing has me super worried now. I'm honestly thinking maybe I should start start looking for a base spot on official, because especially with the pillaring in PvE, it can be a while to find a good server with a good spot for you. Right? So maybe I should start looking now. Because I don't know if this is going to stay here, and I don't have the money to throw at it. If I was making money with this YouTube, I'd throw what money I was making from the YouTube at it. But I'm legit not even making money through the YouTube. So, because this is literally just a hobby for me, I haven't even looked into how I would even go about monetizing it. You know what I mean? So like, I only have 16 actual subscribers. No, don't get me wrong. I actually have been getting some growth, and I've been enjoying myself doing these little videos. So like I fully intend on keep going, but I might be going back to official. Um, if I do, well, hey, at least on the plus side, I'll make an. We'll get to do a long series watching me make a base, and yeah, well, like making just yeah, cause just actually, yeah, right. I might just go do official. Like I say, I was going UnityBoost exclusive, but that was under the idea that UnityBoost was a permanent server cluster for the most part. It wasn't going anywhere, and oh, look at this, I can pick everything up because oh, the server cluster is being wiped. With some legacy servers that, like, I don't know. If the money's drying up, the money's drying up, and that means that this can disappear. And if this can disappear, well then I should go to official where it ain't gonna disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like I like here because I like the boost. Oh, Unity Boost was so perfect, and now it's gone. At least that's the way it feels. Well, you know, we'll give it a little bit. I probably will spend a little bit of time looking for a base spot on official though, to be honest. Because like I say, like especially doing on official PvE, there's the pillaring to keep people from going in your area kind of thing. So it can be tough to find a base spot on official, but because yeah, I gotta be honest, Bossman says that this is going to be a legacy and a stand, and I hope that's true, but I was under that impression for the whole server cluster. That's what it's literally like. I say that's where I started, made this where I did my did my videos from. They were exclusively from here. I even did a video about me giving up my official base. Oh, and I feel like such an idiot. But like I say, I'm gonna give it a couple weeks. You know, I'm gonna try and get that positive vibe going. You know, think positive, right? But right now, when I dwell on this, it gets under. You know, it goes negative for me. So I've said my piece. I'm gonna do, and I've kind of rambled and gone in circles a couple of times. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Here's signing out, and we'll see if we're here starting a new series on official. All right, check you later.